When President Donald Trump called climate change the greatest con job ever, it wasn't just rhetoric, it became policy. From dismantling climate regulations to reviving fossil fuels, Trump's environmental agenda left deep marks on the United States and on global climate leadership. This is the true cost of denial. During his term, Trump rolled back more than 100 environmental protections, the most in US history. Regulations on air pollution, water safety, and endangered species were all weakened. The Clean Power Plan, designed to cut carbon emissions from power plants, was repealed. Fuel efficiency standards were loosened, giving carmakers license to pollute more. And the US formally withdrew from the Paris Agreement, the cornerstone of global climate cooperation. These actions didn't just turn back progress, they rewrote America's environmental legacy. Under Trump's energy dominance strategy, the US became the world's largest producer of oil and gas. Federal lands were opened for drilling, pipelines were fast-tracked, and renewable projects were sidelined. Coal plants that were uneconomic and polluting received political lifelines instead of retirements. By 2020, subsidies and tax breaks for fossil fuel companies reached an estimated US $20 billion a year. The short-term result was record production. The long-term cost, rising emissions and shrinking credibility on the global stage. When the US, the world's second-largest emitter, walked away from the Paris Agreement, it sent shockwaves through global diplomacy. Other major economies hesitated on climate commitments, while fossil fuel exporters used America's retreat to justify their own inaction. The gap in leadership opened space for new players, particularly China and the European Union, to step forward. Ironically, Trump's rollback didn't stop clean energy progress. It accelerated competition abroad, with Asia investing heavily in solar, batteries, and electric vehicles. At home, the rollbacks didn't save money, they cost it. By scrapping pollution controls and flood protection rules, the US increased its vulnerability to climate disasters. Wildfires, hurricanes, and droughts have since caused hundreds of billions of dollars in damages, many made worse by weakened environmental safeguards. Public health experts estimate that Trump's policies contributed to thousands of additional premature deaths from air pollution alone. The cost of denial wasn't just economic, it was human. Trump's environmental rollback was more than a political stance. It was a step backward at a defining moment for the planet. While the world races to decarbonize, America's temporary retreat left scars that will take years to heal. The question now is whether lessons have been learned, because the next decade will determine whether the US reclaims climate leadership or repeats the costly mistake of denial.